All right. Good afternoon. We're back on the record in case number 26-90447.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Agustina Berro for the preferred shareholders, and I have some binders, if may I approach.
Good to see you.
That's silly.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kais.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Kais, you were designated as the debtor's corporate representative under Rule 30b-6 to testify concerning certain topics. Isn't that right?
Yes.
These topics include Cornerstone's current business plan, correct?
Yes.
You were also designated as the debtor's corporate representative to testify regarding Cornerstone's financial projections produced on discovery, correct?
I believe so, yes.
You were also designated as a corporate representative to testify regarding the preparation of and conclusions reached in the liquidation analysis attached as Exhibit D to the disclosure statement, correct?
Yes.
You were also designated as a debtor's corporate representative to testify regarding Cornerstone's exposure to IEEPA tariffs, correct?
Yes.
And I took your deposition last week. At that deposition, your answers were the official position of the debtors on the topics for which you have been designated, correct?
Objective form calls for legal conclusion, Your Honor.
Sustained.
The first topic I would like to discuss is Cornerstone's business plan. If you could please pull up tab 4, just PX0137 in your binder. The business reflected in this deck was created under your supervision, correct?
Along with the management team, yes.
And the CBI business plan includes a set of initiatives to improve Cornerstone's performance that you testified on direct testimony called CBI 3.0, correct?
Yes, it included initiatives from CBI 3.0.
Those 3.0 initiatives were identified by management largely before Alex arrived, correct?
Yes.
Alex partners as a designated performance improvement team, doesn't it?
I'm not sure what the word designated means, but we have a performance improvement team.
And you're not a member of that team?
No.
The performance improvement team did not work on CBI 3.0, did it?
No.
Alex Partners has been paid approximately $44 million in this engagement, hasn't it?
That's correct.
And not $1 of those $44 million in fees was spent on the performance improvement team, whose job it is to help companies improve their performance, right?
Objection argumentative, Your Honor.
Sustained.
I want to talk specifically about marketing. CBI's business plan projects marketing spend as a percentage of revenue to increase from 17.8 to 18.6 between 2026 and 2029, correct?
That sounds about right.
Sitting here today, you cannot identify a single furniture company that spends approximately 18% of its net revenue on marketing. Isn't that right?
I guess it depends on the word approximately.
17.5?
I do not know of a furniture company that spends 17.5% of marketing as a percentage of net revenue.
I would like to direct your attention to the page ending in 302 in the business plan, tab 4 of your binder.
Sorry, it's Bates. What was it?
302, ending in 302. Your team helped put together this slide,
Yes.
and you made sure it was accurate?
I reviewed it, yes.
Do you see where it says competitors at the bottom?
Yes.
These are the companies that you identified as Cornerstone's competitors, right?
Along with the management team.
But as you sit here today, you cannot tell me whether Cornerstone spends more or less on marketing as a percentage of revenue than these competitors, correct?
As a percentage of revenue, the marketing spend for CBI is higher than the number, I should be careful. I have not looked at JGL, but it is higher in Pottery Barn. I think it rolls up into Williams-Sonoma, so Pottery Barn is not separately disclosed, so I can't really evaluate these numbers on the page because Pottery Barn is not disclosed, and I have not looked at JGL.
How much higher?
Sorry, which one?
Sorry, how much lower is Cornerstone's, how much more does Cornerstone spend on marketing as a percentage of revenue than these competitors?
Again, I've not looked at JGL, and Pottery Barn I think is a subsidiary of Williams-Sonoma, so I can't really talk about the marketing percentage of revenue of Pottery Barn because it's not disclosed.
How about for the ones that are disclosed?
The ones that are disclosed, again, JGL is disclosed. I've not looked at JGL. Our house, Ethan Allen, CBI does spend more as a percentage of revenue of marketing than those two names.
How much more?
I don't remember the exact number. It's a couple hundred basis points more, I think.
Did you compare Cornerstone's OIBDA margin with that of the competitors listed on this slide?
Yes. Some of them, to the extent they're disclosed, some of them.
Is it higher or lower than those competitors, Cornerstone?
The peer set, I think, that Mr. Modi had identified in his report, the average of the peer set for that OIBDA margin, I think, was 13%. And, we just went through the OIBDA margins there, and CBI has historically been, 2 to 4% OIBDA margin, excluding the COVID bump.
Mr. Kais, this business plan says nothing about reducing the number of catalogs the company distributes to reduce marketing costs, correct?
I don't understand the question.
The business plan described in this deck, it describes certain initiatives, right? The 3.0 initiatives?
Can you direct me to the 3.0 page?
307.
So if you look at page 15, if you look at the last bullet on marketing efficiency, it says testing into optimal use of high-cost print marketing programs. So really that's all about, hey, are we optimally using the high-cost print marketing? Print marketing has gotten more expensive, so that's what that refers to.
But that does not say that you plan to reduce the number of catalogs that are circulated, correct?
Optimal can mean a couple different things.
Well, when I deposed you last week, just last Wednesday, I asked you specifically if management had considered reducing the amount of money it spends on catalogs, and you said you didn't know, right?
As I said in my deposition, I had received Mr. Modi's report the evening before my deposition started in the morning, and my review is ongoing.
That was not my question. At your deposition, I had asked you specifically if management had considered reducing the amount of money it spends on catalogs, and you said you didn't know. Isn't that right?
Sure, yes.
And you worked on this improvement plan, correct?
Yes, I helped put together this plan and this presentation.
So when you put this together, you didn't know whether management was planning to reduce the number of catalogs that was circulated, right?
We just walked through the bullet on the page, and it says optimal use of high print marketing. So
just testified that you didn't know when I was when you were deposed whether whether the company was planning to reduce the number of catalogs that were circulated, right?
Yes, that was the answer to my deposition.
And that was after you worked on this business plan, correct?
Yeah, I mean, we started this business plan in July of 2025, and it was substantially complete in October. It was some time lapse in between those periods of time.
So if you didn't know last week whether management was planning to reduce the number of catalogs that are circulated, your testimony is that you did know when you put this plan together?
My testimony is I worked on the presentation, and I reviewed it.
And when you reviewed it, did you know whether management was planning to reduce the number of catalogs that it was planning to circulate?
I don't recall. Again, that was some time ago.
So I want to talk specifically about SG&A. Cutting SG&A costs is one way to improve OIBDA margin, right?
That's one of the ways.
But your team did not evaluate whether cutting SG&A costs would improve Cornerstone's OIBDA margin, did it?
No.
So next I want to turn to the debtor's liquidation analysis, which is tab 8 in your binder. I want to direct you to page 9. That is QVC Group's liquidation analysis. You testified on direct testimony concerning the $400 million intercompany claim, correct?
Yes.
And you testified that absent that claim, there won't necessarily be a recovery for the preferred shareholders, correct?
Yes.
And that is because claims could be asserted against the QVC estate by other creditors, correct?
I guess I don't understand other creditors and where is the bound of the estate or not, but
The cash that sits at QVC Group, that is the bound of the estate.
I don't understand the question. Can you repeat it?
Sure. Absent this settlement claim, you testified that the value of the QVC estate isn't necessarily available to the preferred shareholders, correct?
Yes.
Why is that?
There are other variables to consider as far as the scenario that is assumed in the liquidation analysis. Additional costs, what happens to the broader RSA, and just in general.
Our system will end this conference in 5 minutes. To extend this call for 1 hour, please enter the moderator PIN now. Your conference has been extended for 60 minutes.
A lot of groans.
Yeah, exactly.
In the Sachs first day hearings, we went till 11:30, so I was extending it, like starting around 6 every 30 minutes, and the witnesses were going, no. Please rephrase the question, I think.
Sure.
Re-ask the question.
So you testified on direct that absent the settlement, the $400 million settlement claim, the value of the QVCG estate won't necessarily be distributed to the preferred shareholders, correct?
Yes.
And why is that?
There are other considerations in that hypothetical scenario, including, what is the litigation related to these underlying issues, what happens to broader QVC because the RSA is terminable. So what happens there, and then ultimately the outcome of the litigation. Those are just the variables that come to mind.
Right, but those claims would have to be litigated, correct?
This is some alternative universe hypothetical of I don't know what exactly that would look like, what the other alternatives would be like in that scenario. This is a Chapter 7 liquidation, with some assumptions attached that I described.
But as you sit here today, you don't know of any undisputed claims that could be asserted against the QVC estate, correct?
I'll just objective form as to undisputed. I'm not sure exactly what that means in this context.
It means claims that are not disputed.
Oh. But not disputed. Well, that he doesn't dispute them, or that the company doesn't dispute them?
That the claimant, so that the QVCG doesn't dispute the claim. Right? There are no claims listed here, right? You have general secured claims. There are no other claimants listed on this liquidation analysis, correct?
Well, the $13 million there, I think, is also a state tax claim in there. I think there's a difference of opinion about how much that is there and is owed. So I guess that could be a disputed number from the company's perspective.
But as far as you know, that is $13 million, right? The totality of those claims.
I think at the time, the $13 million was based on the trial balance. I think that it's still, right now it's more like a TBD, I think, but that's where I think that claim sits at the moment.
As you sit here today, you can't say with certainty that absent this settlement, there wouldn't be a distribution to the preferred shareholders, correct?
Could you rephrase that? I think I heard like 2 double negatives or maybe 3, so.
Sure. Absent this settlement,
Okay.
you can't say with certainty that there wouldn't be a recovery for the preferred shareholders, right?
Okay. Absent this, just let me make sure I understand the question. Absent this settlement, I cannot say with certainty there would not be.
Sure. Let me rephrase that. Living in a world where there is no $400 million intercompany claim.
Okay.
In that world, you cannot say with certainty that the preferred shareholders wouldn't receive a recovery, correct?
That they would not? Yeah, I cannot say with certainty that they would not.
If I have a minute to confer?
You're what? I'm sorry?
Could I have a minute to confer?
Oh, yeah, sure.
No further questions.
All right.
Just briefly, Your Honor.
Yeah, let me make sure. Does anyone else wish to cross-examine? All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Kais, you were asked on cross-examination about the marketing spend of CBI compared to competitors. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Okay. Why might CBI's marketing spend be higher than competitors?
The CBI is, as I said earlier, is a historically catalog business. The businesses generally have 2 ways where they can reach customers, particularly in the retail segment. It's either you do active direct marketing to them, or you'll have a footprint that can attract customers, about their daily lives or near their house or things like that. The business model for CBI is significantly different than the competitors listed on that page, primarily because those competitors on average have 8 times the selling square footage. So from a footprint perspective, CBI only has 34 stores. If you look at Williams-Sonoma, which is in the comp set, they have over 500. So from my perspective, it is completely different to compare a 500-store retailer and their marketing spend to 34 at CBI. Because if you don't spend on the marketing, we don't have the footprint to get them. So it's inherently the trade-off that you have to make in a business. That's really why it's so different, the business model.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's it.
Anything further? All right. All right, so we will be in recess till 1 o'clock tomorrow. I have the Saks confirmation hearing at 9. They tell me that it won't go more than 3 hours, but that's lawyers saying that. So I anticipate that we will be able to start promptly at 1, and then we will shut it down 5:30, 5:45, hard stop at 6.
Understood, Your Honor. I actually think that's going to work. We might actually finish a little earlier depending on some of the process.
That's even better.
We did want to ask the hard copy of the exhibits, any issue leaving them here?
Absolutely not. You can just leave them here.
Other than that, we'll pack up and clean out.
Yeah, we'll lock up and we'll, that'll be fine. I don't know whether the Saks hearing is going to be virtual, so there may not be anybody here anyways.
Understood, but we will remove all of our materials other than the binders.
Yeah, no, I think you can leave everything. Don't.
Okay.
Yeah, you can leave everything.
Appreciate your kindness.
Yeah. All right. Thanks. So we'll be in recess till 1 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you. Sit down. I need to get out of this, so you can proceed.